How much does it cost to walk a Camino? That's our topic today. Thanks for joining in the discussion. When individuals begin planning their first Camino pilgrimage, they often have numerous questions. However, two of the most frequently asked are, which route should I choose to walk, and what will it cost me on a daily basis? I've already produced a series of videos that delve into the various routes that are available for the Caminos, and I've included links to those videos right down there, so when you have a moment, take a look. In this video, I will specifically address the second question, what can I expect to spend each day on the Camino? Understanding the financial aspect of this journey is crucial for effective planning. I will break down the various costs involved, including accommodation, meals, and any additional expenses that you might encounter along the way. I will categorize this information into three distinct groups: least expensive, moderate, and expensive, to facilitate a cleaner comparison for your options. This organization aims to provide you with a solid foundation for planning your expenses throughout your journey. It's important to note that each day can present different preferences and circumstances. For instance, on some days, you may desire the luxury and comfort of a nice hotel, complete with all the amenities that enhance your stay. Conversely, on other days, you may seek the warmth and companionship found at an albergue, where you can connect with fellow pilgrims and share the experience. Additionally, your dining preferences will likely vary from day to day. There may be occasions when you're in the mood for a delightful meal at a local restaurant, indulging in the regional cuisine and enjoying the ambience. However, there may be also days where you feel inclined to budget your meals by shopping at grocery stores and preparing your own food at your lodging, allowing for a cozy and personalized dining experience. By understanding these varying aspects, you can make informed choices that suit both your needs and your budget. Let's start off with accommodations and the budget-friendly ones. If you're looking for a budget-friendly place to stay on the Camino, albergues are a great choice. These are basically hostels that offer dormitory-style rooms with shared bathrooms and common areas. Albergues work well for the solo traveler and for those wanting to meet other pilgrims. Prices usually range from 10 to 30 euros per night, and some albergues, called donativos, let you pay what you can afford. Next, the mid-range category. For more comfort and privacy, consider private hostels and guest houses along the Caminos. These places offer private rooms with shared or private bathrooms, and the prices for these accommodations generally range from about 20 to 70 euros per night, depending upon the location and what's offered. This option is good for those looking for a mix of comfort and affordability. Then we have the luxury accommodations. If you want to treat yourself, there are many hotels and boutique accommodations along the Camino. These usually have private rooms with en-suite bathrooms and more amenities like restaurants, spas, swimming pools. Prices for luxury accommodations can vary widely, typically from 100 to 400 euros per night or more. Staying in a luxury hotel can help you relax after a long day of walking. Next, let's talk about food. One of the major expenses that pilgrims will face while walking the Caminos is food. Fortunately, There's a variety of options available to suit every budget, from cheap and cheerful pilgrim menus to more upscale dining experiences. There's something for everyone along the trail. Let's begin with breakfast. Most accommodations along the route provide some sort of breakfast. In some cases, there may be an additional fee, while in others, it's included in your package. If you're staying at an albergue with a kitchen, you can prepare your own breakfast using items you purchased the day before from the grocery store. Some albergues provide breakfast, but you need to ask. Based on the previously discussed types of accommodations, here is a potential breakdown of expenses for food. Budget-friendly albergues that offer breakfast usually charge between 2 to 5 euros. If an albergue doesn't provide breakfast but has a kitchen, consider buying your breakfast items from a grocery store the day before. A typical breakfast, which may include yogurt, fruit, breakfast, cake or bread, and orange juice, should cost less than 5 euro. If you enjoy having breakfast after a morning walk of about an hour or so, local cafes will offer a lovely cup of coffee au lait, orange juice, and toast with toppings, all for around 5 euro. If you're staying at a mid-range accommodation that provides breakfast, you can expect a similar spread to what you would find at a cafe, but it may include additional pastries and fruit. On the other hand, luxury accommodations will offer an extravagant breakfast experience. You can expect a full English breakfast featuring eggs, tomatoes, baked beans, sausage, pastries, various breads, jams and spreads, fruit, artfully arranged, juice, coffee, and even colacao. Whatever you desire, they're likely to have it. Lunch, the infamous Spanish conundrum. Let me explain. The midday meal in Spain is the main meal of the day. While in many countries lunch is a timely affair, usually served around midday, in Spain, things are a bit more flexible. In Spain, lunchtime can range from as early as 1 p.m. to as late as 4 p.m. That's right, my hungry pilgrims. You may find yourself waiting until the late afternoon to sit down to a traditional Spanish lunch. But fear not, for the wait is well worth it. Here are your options based on the euros you would like to spend. The budget-friendly grocery store. Having lunch on the trail is my favorite option. It's also the most cost-effective and convenient way to enjoy a midday meal. The grocery store has everything you need to make a delicious sandwich, including high-quality cheese, sliced meats, and even that fresh tomato. Additionally, you can pick up some fruit, nuts, and a milk chocolate bar, along with a soda, for less than 10 euro. The Menú del Día is the most cost-effective option when the restaurant's open. For approximately 10 to 18 euros, you receive a starter, a main course, dessert, and either wine or coffee. While these meals can be enjoyable, they may become repetitive over time. Typically, the starter consists of pasta or soup or salad. Then the main course features some sort of meat cutlet served with French fries. And the dessert is often either ice cream or something prepackaged. However, the wine is consistently good and plentiful. If you've completed your walking for the day and the restaurant is open, this is a good option. The last option, and the most expensive, is the luxury restaurant. This is a practice that I don't often get to engage in because I'm usually out walking midday, but I think it's worth sharing for your information. In Spain, the traditional midday meal or lunch is not just a quick bite. It's an elaborate event that often stretches well into the afternoon. Families and friends gather around beautifully set tables adorned with elegant tablecloths and cloth napkins, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere. The meal usually consists of multiple courses, starting with appetizers such as olive oil drizzled over fresh bread, followed by dishes like paella, seafood, or regional specialties that reflect the diverse cultural heritage of Spain. Each course is typically paired with exquisite wines chosen to complement the flavors of the food. After the meal, there's a special period called the sobremesa, which refers to the leisurely conversations that take place around the table. This time is often filled with laughter, storytelling, and the enjoyment of various traditional Spanish liqueurs, such as brandy or herbal liqueurs, which enhance the conviviality of the gathering. Personally, I prefer to complete my walking adventure for the day before indulging in such a dining experience. I like to check into my accommodations and take a refreshing shower to unwind. Only then am I ready to enjoy a delightful meal with friends. However, this is just simply my personal preference, and I understand that others may choose to embrace the full experience of the Spanish midday meal differently. Lastly, we have the evening meal. In Spain, the midday meal is typically served late in the afternoon, so most restaurants do not open until 8 p.m. or later. If you're planning to have a meal at a restaurant, be prepared to eat later in the evening, and the meal will likely be lighter than the midday meal. Let's talk first about the budget-friendly meal in the evening. Again, my favorite is the budget-friendly grocery store option. I eat vegetarian and I keep kosher, so for me, this is the best one. I have made several videos on cooking in your hotel room or the kitchen at the albergue. Here's some of the links to those videos. A typical evening meal for me at a grocery store begins with a lovely bottle of Spanish wine. Yes, I purchase a whole bottle, and it's less than €5. Wine in Spain is an incredible deal. I don't drink the entire bottle myself. I often share it with others at the albergue or leave it for the staff or other guests. Next, I cook whatever vegetables I have purchased from the grocery store. I saute them in butter and serve them over rice or pasta. Adding some bread and cheese makes for a lovely accompaniment. I might also enjoy some pistachios or almonds along with fresh fruit like grapes or apricots while I cook. For dessert, I often indulge in a Milka chocolate bar. You're going to see these in a lot of my Facebook videos. Overall, this meal cost me about 10 to 15 euros, including the wine. Such a good deal. Mid-range evening meal. If you're looking for a traditional Spanish experience, enjoying dinner with pinchos or tapas is a great option. Simply enter a bar, check the menu posted on the wall, or choose from the display on the bar counter. Order a drink and find a seat. A drink typically costs about 2 euros for wine or beer, while each tapa or pincho ranges from like 2 to 5 euros. Have one or two with your drink, then move on to another bar and repeat the process. After visiting 2 or 3 bars, you will be completely satisfied. Expect to spend around 20 or 30 euros for your evening meal. And lastly, the luxury restaurant. We come to the luxury restaurant, an establishment that epitomizes fine dining with its elegant ambience. The restaurant is characterized by formal table settings, complete with crisp tablecloths and pristine linen napkins, creating an inviting atmosphere for a special occasion or a celebration. At this luxury venue, you typically can choose from a fixed price menu that features carefully curated dishes showcasing seasonal ingredients and culinary artistry. In addition to this, there's a diverse section of a la carte items, allowing the guests the flexibility to customize their dining experience. Get ready for a memorable dining experience that will delight all your senses in this exquisite setting. We need to talk next about managing your money. When managing your money while walking the Camino, it's advisable to carry a combination of cash and cards. Although many establishments along the trails accept card payments, some are cash only. It's a good idea to keep a small amount of cash on hand to cover these situations. You'll find ATMs scattered throughout the Camino routes, making it very easy to withdraw money as needed. However, be aware that some ATMs may charge a fee for international transactions, so it's wise to check with your bank before you begin your journey. Also, always use a bank-affiliated ATM. The private cash machines charge horrendous rates. Then you have to take into account additional expenses. In addition to food and accommodation and money management, there are several other daily expenses that pilgrims should be mindful of while walking the Caminos. These include laundry services, toiletries, and any souvenirs or mementos that you may wish to purchase along the way. We've covered most of the essential costs associated with your daily spending while walking the Caminos. However, it's important to consider the additional expenses related to entrance fees for various attractions, such as museums, cathedrals, and cultural exhibits along the routes. Many of these sites offer discounts for pilgrims who present their pilgrim credential, so it's beneficial to carry this document with you wherever you go. In addition to the pilgrim discount, seniors may also receive special rates, and some sites might even allow free entry for certain groups during specific days or hours. Since entrance fees can range from 2 to 10 euros or more, depending upon the location and the type of exhibit, it's wise to budget for these expenses. Asking the staff at each attraction about available discounts or free admission days can help you save money, ensuring that you can enjoy all the rich history and culture the Caminos have to offer without straining your budget. It's time for the music segment of this video, which I always find enjoyable as a musician. The music featured is my arrangement of the traditional Spanish folk song, El Vito. This piece is not just a folk song, it's also a dance from Andalusia. The name El Vito refers to Saint Vitus, the patron saint of dancers. The composition dates back to the early 19th century and is typical of the bolero dance style. It incorporates movements from the art of bullfighting and is usually performed by women wearing the traditional jacket and hat. Please enjoy this arrangement of El Vito for 4 French horns.